Welcome. Thank you all for coming to the Sexual Assault Voices of Calgary Phase 2 campaign of the Don't Be That Guy poster launch. Our goal behind this campaign is to raise awareness on the laws of consent and to change how we view sexual assault and who is ultimately responsible for prevention of it. We have 3 guest speakers today who would like to come up and share their message. We have Danielle Aubry, Executive Director from Calgary Communities Against Sexual Abuse, Joe Campbell, Sexual Assault Educator and Youth Engagement Specialist for Calgary Communities Against Sexual Abuse, and Ryan Jepson, Acting Staff Sergeant for the Sex Crimes Unit at Calgary Police Service. Following their messages, you'll be able to have one-on-one interviews with each of the presenters. Thank you. Welcome, Danielle.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm very pleased to be speaking on behalf of the Sexual Assault Voices of Calgary Collective, which are made up of the following partners: Calgary Police Service, Aubry Health Services, Calgary Communities Against Sexual Abuse, Homefront, Red Cross, and Calgary Sexual Health. As Janet said, I'm the Executive Director of Calgary Communities Against Sexual Abuse, and I think today is a very important day to kick off the next phase of our launch. We know that sexual violence is a crime that impacts a significant number of people. 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 6 boys, and or women or men, will be victims of this crime in their lifetime. As an organization that supports those who have been impacted by sexual violence, we know how significant the trauma effects can be when someone experiences a crime like this. In the past, we've seen a lot of prevention campaigns. I've been working in this area for 25 years and I've seen a lot of them. But most of the campaigns have always placed responsibility on victims and offering them tips on how they can be responsible for stopping the crime against them. And we also know that those types of campaigns don't work. They haven't worked, they don't work, they've been evaluated and they don't work. Instead, they create a false sense of security so that people feel like they somehow can stop this crime, and it blames the attack on the survivors. Which, on the flip side of that, removes all the responsibility from the person who's committing the crime. And so our belief is that offenders need to be held accountable for their actions. The Don't Be That Guy campaign is different from the past prevention campaigns, as this campaign challenges us to rethink how we have viewed this crime in the past and who is ultimately responsible for the occurrence of the crime. That's sort of it in a nutshell. We need to continue to challenge our thinking around the crime of sexual violence. We ask you to learn the laws of consent, to create a culture where everyone can openly and honestly talk about healthy relationships and consensual sex, to reevaluate where responsibility should lie and work to make a difference in your circle of influence. The way that we're going to impact this issue is for people to understand it and to talk about it. We're very pleased with the positive response from the first phase of the Don't Be That Guy poster launch, and we are excited to continue raising awareness of sexual violence, the laws of consent, and offender accountability. I would like to also recognize the Sexual Assault Voices of Edmonton who initiated this campaign several years ago, done phase 1, and this is really their work, phase 2, that they have so graciously allowed us to utilize. So I'd like to introduce Joe Campbell, and he's going to talk about, well, you wait and see.